Hey guys, it's Bashira. I'm coming to you guys today with a recipe for country style beef ribs. These ribs are a good idea because it's summertime and everybody's going to be grilling, so you can just prepare this in the oven, put it on a grill. You can just eat it straight out of the oven, or you can put it in your broiler for a while to get that crisp taste if you do not have a grill, if you don't feel like grilling. So you will need a cup of chopped onions, big pieces, people, big pieces. You will need a cup of water with 2 teaspoons of vinegar. You need a cup of barbecue sauce, whether it's store-bought or your own blend. And you're going to be needing to put in your spices for taste. I already added in 2 teaspoons of garlic powder. And so now I'm going to be adding in 2 teaspoons of the Badia seasoning. The Badia seasoning is a whole bunch of herbs. It's not all-purpose seasoning. It's called all seasoning. And I just think it's better to use than having each separate herb and spice by itself. It's just a little more convenient and it tastes amazing. And it's actually one of my favorite spices to put on anything. So next I am going to be adding the Grill Mates marinade as a seasoning. It's Grill Mates Zesty Herb Marinade, and people, this is so good. I use this on burgers, seafood, everything. It gives everything an amazing zing and flavor to it. So I'm going to be adding about 2 teaspoons of that. Next, I'm going to be using my Morton sea salt. You guys don't have to use sea salt. You can use regular iodized salt. Doesn't matter. And I'm going to be adding in half a teaspoon of that. And next, I'm going to be adding 1 teaspoon of coarsely ground black pepper. It does not have to be coarsely ground, people. It could be finely ground. That's just what I picked up at the store. It just tastes the same to me. And just add 1 teaspoon of that to your spices. And now for the heat, Badia cayenne pepper. Now, if you guys like a lot of spice, you can add a whole teaspoon. I just sprinkled in slightly less than half a teaspoon because I don't want my sauce to be too spicy. I'm more of a sweet girl. So we're going to be mixing this together, you guys. So first you want to put in your water with 2 teaspoons of vinegar. I add 2 teaspoons of vinegar to the water because it's a trick. People taught me it helps to tenderize the meat more. So that's why I do it. And next you want to add in your cup of barbecue sauce. That's my barbecue sauce blend. I will put what I use in the description box. If you have your own blend, that's fine. But you do want to make actually 2 cups and divide it into 1 cup and 1 cup because you'll need another cup later on. But for now, I'm just putting in the 1 cup into the water. And you're just going to mix that up really well. And I know you guys are like, this is really watery to be barbecue sauce. It's not meant to be the barbecue sauce. That is why you have another cup of barbecue sauce to the side to put on it later. This is so your ribs can absorb the flavor and the barbecue flavor, and so they can get really tender because it's going to be somewhat roasting in the oven, I guess you would call it, for about 2 hours. So next I'm going to add in my seasonings. I'm going to just mix that up really good, make sure everything's incorporated really well. I'm just going to add that. And you guys, I actually found that stirring this after I added the barbecue sauce was a little more difficult. I had to stir for about a few minutes for everything to get incorporated really well. So you may want to add your seasoning to your water first and then add the barbecue sauce and stir. I think it'll probably work a little better. I'll try that next time. So now you just want to get a pan, and I line all my pans with foil, and you have to get the pan according to how many ribs you're going to be making. I'm only using slightly more than a pound because it's only for me, my husband, and my son. So I only need a little bit of ribs. And sorry guys, just cleaning up there. So you're going to take the mixture, the barbecue sauce mixture, and just add it to your pan. And you're going to take the onion and you're going to add that, and then you're just going to stir it. I find that the big chopped pieces of onion work better than small pieces of onion. It doesn't really give it as much flavor as I would like, so that's why I chop it big. And I suggest you guys chop it big as well because the flavor is just amazing. Like I said, this is going to be simmering for like 2 hours in the ribs, so they're going to basically they're going to turn really soft, so you won't even really get it in there, but it's really good. Okay guys, so these are the country style beef ribs. They have no bone and they really don't have much fat on them. I prefer these other than the ones with the bone in, but that's just me. So I'm going to take my Morton sea salt again. I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of that on the ribs, just a little. And I'm going to take my McCormick pepper and I'm going to sprinkle that on as well. And I'm just putting the ribs in the pan with the sauce. I'm going to give you guys a better view in a moment to see exactly what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm just turning the ribs in the sauce just to get them coated really good. So I turn them about twice. And these are going to be in a 350-degree oven for about 2 hours, you guys. So you definitely want to make this ahead of time. And it's just going to be in there. It's going to be cooking and getting really tender, which is what you want. Okay, so what you want to do is get some foil and make it bigger, you know, longer than the size of the pan you are using, because you're going to put it over top and kind of seal it. You want to make sure it's really sealed. Okay, you guys, so you just put it over top. Make sure it's sealed really tight. You want to make sure it's sealed tight because it's going to be simmering in the oven for about 2 hours. You do want to check on it. You do want to check to make sure it's tender. You may want to take it out just a bit earlier. And then you can get ready to put it on the grill or put it in your broiler. So stay tuned for part 2. See you guys there.